Registered Phenomena Code, 024. Object Class, Alpha Yellow. Hazard Types, Geological Hazard, Climatological Hazard, Aggression Hazard. Containment Protocols. RPC-024 is located within a 4 by 4 km sector in the redacted region of Northern Redacted, Canada. The area's anomalous properties are effective up to 10 meters above the ground. A chain link fence, 2 meters high, has been installed around the anomalous area. An entry is located on the north side for testing purposes. This entry is to be secured by lock and chain. After incident 024-6, barbed wire has been installed on the top of the fence. Signs stating trespassers will be shot, ekapishk have been placed at 15-meter intervals along the fence. The fence is to be assessed on the 1st of each month for damage. Any damage discovered must first be reported to a security director. If any deliberate cuts are found in the fence or barbed wire, a security director is to arrange an authority security force to carry out lost and found procedure. Lost and found procedure. The goal of lost and found procedure is to prevent search parties or repeat disappearances into RPC-024. An authority security force is to be appointed to identify any missing persons from the surrounding areas. Posing as an investigator to find any missing persons, a security force member is to obtain any information on the disappearance, and question appropriately. If the missing person is reasonably suspected to have entered RPC-024, LAF procedure can continue. After locating inappropriate CSD personnel, the personnel is to be administered appropriate wounds for any predator animals that have recently been sighted in the area, with wolf and black bears being the most common. The face and prominent marks or scars must be destroyed. The body is then to be discovered by investigators and returned to the family. Description: RPC-024 is an anomalous area of the boreal forest. First discovered by the redacted people, records of this area date back to 1200 AD. Local tribes dedicated this area sacred grounds and banned all entry until the land was signed over in the Authority Treaty. Aerial inspection of RPC-024 reports no variation in appearance when compared to the surrounding land, though drones will malfunction if flown past 1,250 meters. The effects and properties of RPC-024 increase as personnel progress further into the area, and as time spent in the area increases. The meta clarification included in the document are used to identify the mark at which symptoms and properties are readily occurring. 50 meters entry into RPC-024 both within 50 meters of the fence, henceforth known as meters inside area, MIA, and within 10 minutes of exposure reveals normal flora, including common firs, spruce, pine, shrubs, mosses and lichens. After 10 minutes of exposure standing in the same place, CSD personnel report observing changes in the types of plants that they observe in the area, though no precise changes are directly observed. An increase in hemlock, bracken fern and monk's hood are most common, though it varies for each personnel. After an extended exposure time at sub-50 MIA, CSD personnel report experiencing decreased vision, lethargy, and vertigo. 100 meters at 100 MIA, flora is observed to range further from the local variety, and plants are reported to shift or move when not being directly observed. The previously mentioned symptoms increase in intensity. 200 meters at 200 MIA, CSDs report observing various items littered about the forest floor, such as dead animals, largely including small rodents and invertebrates, small pieces of garbage and various household items. All items found in RPC-024 are in various stages of decomposition. Side effects at the 200 MIA include headaches and slight confusion. Item and plant samples show no anomalous properties, nor do whole items that are taken from the area. 500 meters at 500 MIA, trees and other flora begin to move and transform genus under direct observation, with heavy hedges and vines becoming increasingly more common. Often the flora begins blocking the area through which the subject entered. Items found at 500 MIA generally include larger items such as furniture, vehicles and other deceased animals such as canines, bovine and equestrians. At this point, the weather inside the area begins to vary from the surrounding forest. The climate is reported to range from blizzard to sweltering conditions, record temperatures including up to redacted degrees Celsius, though temperatures do not normally range until further MIA. Side effects at 500 MIA include increased confusion, diminished vision, and lethargy. Up until the 500 MIA mark, all symptoms are able to be reversed with time, the length of which depends on how long the personnel was exposed. After the 500-meter mark, effects are no longer completely reversible. Increased confusion continues to the 1000 MIA mark. 1000 meters at 1000 MIA, the landscape will physically transform into different terrains, often tumbling downhill, and shifting into rocky scree beneath personnel's feet. Items found in this area can notably include various human bodies of all ages that are not decomposing in any way, houses, and other various buildings. Side effects at 1000 MIA include excessive confusion, vertigo, blindness, and loss of motor control. Over 10 minutes at 1000 MIA will result in death. Autopsies performed determined cerebral hemorrhage to be the cause of death. At approximately 1250 MIA, the furthest explored into RPC-024, sudden death will occur. All video equipment taken to this MIA will malfunction. Addendum. Testing is not ongoing in RPC-024 per head of research order. If testing is deemed to resume, all CSD personnel entering RPC-024 are to be equipped with a live feed camera, a GPS locator, and a rope lead. No other personnel are to enter RPC-024. Incident 024-6. Incident 024-6 took place on the redacted, 1998. Locals complained of a missing person, henceforth known as Subject 6. A redacted year-old female. Subject 6 was found 5 hours after the realization of her disappearance. Subject 6 claims to have entered RPC-024 through a damaged section in the fence, caused by a fallen tree. She claimed that she was unable to return through the area at which she had climbed in. Subject 6 states that she walked along the fence line for an unknown amount of time, then was unable to continue when she encountered heavy foliage. Subject 6 states that she observed large buildings, describing high-rises, which she attempted to approach. Upon observing that the buildings were abandoned, Subject 6 retreated, finding her way to the fence line. Here authority personnel found her. Subject 6 was then assessed in an authority health and wellness ward, Area 95. Signs and symptoms experienced by Subject 6 include decreased mental function, minor permanent difficulty forming memories and decreased fine motor function. Subject 6's family was informed that her condition was a result of severe dehydration and a possible head injury. The family was made aware that dehydration can cause hallucinations.